Hi to all and welcome to this December of 2025 general twin flame reading. So if you are not aware, I do 2 twin flame readings per month. This one that is the general one. So we're going to have a look at the energy, the thoughts and feelings, both from the divine masculine and the divine feminine. And then I'll do another one immediately after this one, where we go very deep just into the divine masculine or the runner. Okay, so without further ado, what we are going to do, we're going to start with the chakra inside oracle and see which kind of energy is going around the twin flames couples, whatever in union or not, in the month of December of 2025. Now be aware, please, that in this particular deck, some of the cards could be quite explicit. You know what I mean? So I will have to look it first, okay? Because I don't want YouTube then to censor the video. So let's see. Angels and guides, universe, please let us see what is the general energy going around the twin flames in December of 2025. So let's have a look. Okay. And here we've got self-expression. This is really a beautiful energy from the universe or from the guides that are looking after the divine masculine and divine feminine. Immediately the first feeling, the thoughts and the emotion that this evoked in me when I turned it was finally, it was like a release. Both the divine masculine and the divine feminine are going to feel free to express exactly what they feel about each other. Not only that, but also what they feel about the connection. I am strongly sensing here that mainly from the divine masculine side, what is going to happen, it's that he's going to, I say he, but it could be a she. It just comes easier for me, so forgive me, but it's, it's just the way that it comes out naturally. So from the divine masculine side, there is going to be a release of whatever barrier connected to communication with his divine feminine. I sense that he is going to feel a lot more relaxed in explaining what, from his point of view, is working and not. His desire, his blockages, even I sense this big emotional release through communication. Now, from the divine feminine, side, I sense that there is going to be a very calm communication from her side. We are going to see then if it's going to come out during the main part of the reading. But it's like as if the divine feminine is going to, yes, still use the emotion while communicating and while expressing, but also a sense of logic in the way of not letting herself being transported by emotion, whatever positive or negative. There is more of a balance. I'm sensing, I see in my mind's eye here the justice card, so that Libra energy. Okay, so this is the general energy around the twin flames couple or in union or whatever in the month of December. Now we are going to start the main part of the reading. And here with this beautiful deck, the Tarots of Inspiration, we are going to see from the side of the divine masculine, and we are going to ask 3 questions, both the same, from the divine masculine and the divine feminine side, and see how they correlate to each other. Now, please, angels and guides, please tell us, what is the divine masculine thinking about his divine feminine in December of 2025? Wow, and here we've got the 8 of Wands. Do you know what? I'm reading tarot. I'm not telling you how many years because it makes me feel quite old, but we talk about self-expression, communication, and here we go. Here we've got an 8 of Wands, the card that expresses in its first explanation of it, or of itself, communication. So the divine masculine is thinking about his divine feminine, that it's time to communicate. Now, for those of you who are in non-union and you are not communicating at the moment, the divine masculine is very strongly thinking that he wants to communicate, and he wants to communicate to really express. I sense the divine masculine as an urge to communicate with his divine feminine, but at a depth. Up until now, I don't sense it's going to be something like a rupture, nothing that would, it's more a need of being understood. But he also understands that if he feels that he hasn't been understood of what he wanted and on how he was perceiving the connection, it's also because he did not express it properly, or he did not express it at all. So there is that recognition of having a part of feeling the way that he feels, that he wasn't completely understood. Okay, and now this is from his point of view. I'm only the messenger. Okay, but definitely here what I see is fast communication, is strongly thinking about communicating with his divine feminine. If there is no communication at the moment, he has a great push and a great desire and a great need to get in touch again. So for those of you who are not in communication, expect it. Okay, now we take the deck, beautiful enchanted romance tarot deck, and we are going to have a look at the same question. What is the divine feminine thinking about his divine masculine in the month of December of 2025? Now remember, we are reading for December, but this could happen before as well. Okay, because usually when you read and see something in advance, even if it's a month in advance, it could open the door before that. So let's see now the thought of the divine feminine, and here we've got the 5 of Wands. This is an inner conflict first. Now I would like to explain to you first, before I read and I explain this card, why I do the divine masculine and the divine feminine. Now the reason why is it is because if you are the divine masculine or the divine feminine, and that side that I read for, that is for you, resonate, it means that I also hit the other side, because it's, you know, the energy are all connected, and that is also the way that I do my private readings. This is just, you know, a curiosity that I want, because some people, you know, emailed me and asked me, why do I do the 2 sides? And that is the reason. Okay, but let's get back now to the thought of the divine feminine in December of 2025 towards his divine masculine. 5 of Wands is really a card of, first of all, inner conflict. Let's say that it makes sense, because if there has been no communication for whatever long or short time from her divine masculine, or the communication has been a kind of closed off, or the divine feminine sensed that the divine masculine was putting up a wall, here the inner conflict. So what am I supposed to do now? Do I reach out? Do I try to make my divine masculine feeling more comfortable in his communication, and all this and all that? You know, I also sense here, and please let me know in the comment, if some of you divine feminine, that, you know, you don't need to be a female, but you are the chaser or not the runner, okay, might have someone in your vicinity that is very interested in you romantically, and that you might be also feel conflicted because you see the problems that you're having with your divine masculine, and this new person, or a person that has shown lately romantic interest in you is starting to make you think, will I keep going? Will I still pursue, or will I still keep my door open for my divine masculine, or will I give this new person a chance? There is that as well that I'm sensing here. And remember that there is no right or wrong answer to what I just explained. It's just completely up to you. Now, let's see again. We go back to the divine masculine side. And we are seeing, what does the divine masculine feels at the conscious level? So these are feelings that your divine masculine is aware of for you, for the divine feminine, if you are a divine feminine listening. Okay, so what are the divine masculine feelings for his divine feminine in December of 2025? So let's have a look. And here we've got the Knight of Cups. As I said, here I'm strongly sensing a divine masculine that has understood that whatever problems there has been in the connection has been about communication, and he understood also that he never explained, he never spoke. So by understanding that, it's like as if he's putting down his sword, is putting down his shield, and he allows himself to feel the feelings that he has for his divine feminine. And now he is ready to actually come forward and go towards his divine feminine with a very gentle, with a gift. So here I see a divine masculine that is ready to offer the feelings to his divine feminine. Okay, there might also be here the desire of bringing a present to the divine feminine that could be, even if it's not expensive or whatever, but has got a meaning that would make his divine feminine understand that the divine masculine is in love with her. Okay, so definitely this is the card of not only the divine masculine having feelings for his divine feminine, but also the acceptance of those feelings and the desire of letting his divine feminine know about it. Now we go back to the divine feminine and let's see the feelings. Please, angels and guides, please let us know the feelings of the divine feminine that she is aware of for her divine masculine in the month of December of 2025. And here we've got the Nine of Wands. Again, yes, there Wands energy. Both we had before, do you remember the Five of Wands in the thoughts of the divine feminine? But there are ones here with more of a shadow connotation. Passion, you know, once it's always passion is fire, but there could be, you know, the shadow side and the light side. And here it's like as if the divine feminine is really losing that hope. The feelings here with the Nine of Wands, it's like as if the divine feminine is holding on by her nails and teeth to this connection, or to the thought of this connection, or to the feeling that she has for him. She's tired. And again, excuse me if you are a divine feminine, but male in gender. So here, very much the divine feminine is like, okay, I'm on my last leg. Tiredness, this is what I'm sensing. Okay? Still in love, still passion, but tired. Now, let's see the last question. What is the divine masculine? Excuse me. What is the divine... sorry, my hands are really small and these cards are really big. What is the divine masculine thinking of doing next? Let's have a look. Okay. And here we've got the King of Cups, but it came out turned and I wasn't finished about asking the question. So this is, for me, the way that I'm sensing it is not the answer to the question. I didn't finish to actually formulate the question to its entirety. This is just an extra information about the divine masculine. So the King of Cups reversed is a king that is still very much in love, but that is ready to open up. Because the King of Cups in upright is a king that is very much in love but doesn't express. In its reversed position is a king that is very much in love but now is ready to open up. Okay, so this is an extra information that the cards and the universe wanted to let you know. So let's see, what is the divine masculine thinking of doing next in the month of December about his divine feminine? Please show us. Six of Cups. So coming back, reunion. If you are in separation, definitely with this card and everything that there is on the divine masculine side here, expect a reunion in the month of December. This is what is thinking of doing. First of all, a reconnection, a reconciliation, going back to the times where the two of you were having a great time. He is actually also flooded by beautiful memories about the two of you together. And there is where he wants to go again. So in December, here, I strongly see a desire of the divine masculine of a reconciliation, but also a start of a new cycle if you would accept that, if you would accept the reconciliation of a communication much smoother between the two of you, much more authentic from his side, not so much caged. Okay, so this is great. Now let's see the divine feminine. What is the divine feminine thinking of doing in the month of December of 2025 about her connection with her divine masculine? Ten of Cups. So even though the divine feminine is in her mind and in her thoughts, like this with that Five of Wands, you know, she doesn't know really, and maybe she has someone around, floating around, that is trying to offering her a bit of romance, and she's also at an emotional side quite tired. Her intentions are still to be able to have that beautiful and fulfilling love and connection and, you know, being together. That Ten of Cups is really the culmination of an emotional fulfillment. And how, look, we finish with the same element. Cups and Cups is water, so both divine masculine and divine feminine here are very much centered in the wanting to connect to each other at a romantic and love level. Divine masculine intention of coming back, changing his way of communicating, being a lot more authentic, and the divine feminine really wanting it all. So wow, what a December. Sparks here. Now for last, we are going to take a card from the Whispers of Love and see if there is a message for both of you or for one of you from the universe. This is directly from the universe, and let's see. Please, angels and guides, universe, please show us the message that divine masculine and divine feminine need to hear. Be supportive. Make a genuine effort to show you care. So I strongly sense that this is an advice from both sides. If the divine feminine feels tired and whatever, when the divine masculine comes and knock at your door, excuse me, or contact you or whatever, the advice here is, to support this. And also when the divine masculine is going to start opening up and really change his way of communicating and expressing to his divine feminine, to be supportive of this, maybe giving him a bit of time, not to do it, but to actually, from the moment he starts speaking to the moment that he finishes the sentence, to listen. Now, all of this, when I say this is an advice, so take it or leave it, it's completely down to you. And from the divine masculine side also, I sense that the universe is saying, be supportive. Yes, of course, express, because this is the basis of creating a beautiful union. But don't forget to also listen to your divine feminine. Okay, so this is your fabulous general twin flame reading for the month of December of 2025. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to click onto the notification bell. If you would like a private reading with me, the link it's in the comment box below. There is my the link to my website, and also I was nearly forgetting, there is something new, but I feel that I'm going to explain all that in the next readings that I will do for all signs for the month of December. Okay, so hope you enjoyed it, and I'm running now to do the divine masculine reading. Please make sure to watch that as well. Thank you so much for being here. Bye bye.